Rob. The perfect name for the country we'll be playing today because Ante Bellum is back with a new update, this time covering all of Persia, including a bunch of new mission trees, new countries of course, and new religions. I'm sure someone in the comments is going to write an 8-page essay about how Rob is a very important and historical name for the region. Unfortunately, it's too funny for me to care. Looks to me like Persia is shattered and Zoroastrian still. There are a couple guys over here which are Mahayana Buddhist, as well as Nestorian, and this new religion up here, which I've never heard of, but it exists. Speaking of religions I've never heard of, here's Zunist. Apparently we worship the sun, so that's cool. And we have some borrowed mechanics from Protestantism, which seem to be very good. Now, of course, as a very small religion in EU4, you are morally obliged to spread it as far as possible, and Rob is built to do just that. Now, to get started as Rob here, we actually have a couple of cores we have to retake first. One from this guy, and both of them kind of hate me. Oh, not to mention this guy who also hates me. So first, let's seize some crown land and deal with the estates as per usual. Now, let's also build up a few men, because of course we have to have a larger army than all of our neighbors. Now, the main problem is I kind of don't want to die to these guys. Fortunately, it looks like they're rival to each other, so hopefully they won't be able to ally and kill me. And it seems most likely that I'll be able to invade these guys at least, but Shahi is a little bit more of a concern. In any case, we're probably going to want 8,000 men just to have enough to win. Alright, a new heir right off the bat. Not the greatest in terms of balance, but 11 points is not bad. Alright, that's 8,000 men, which should complete this mission over here, giving us a free general. Please don't be bad. And hey, I'll take it. So, first order of business. Not the best of starts, but I'm sure that shock phase, okay, maybe not. Could have been better, could have been worse. The real problem is that this guy is going to require 10,000 men to siege, and I don't really have that much money. Well, I guess it's time for a bit of inflation. Oh boy, okay. So this is going to be a little bit more awkward. I was considering vassalizing these guys after I take my core back, but that might make this a little bit more complicated. We'll go for full annex instead. We'll do a quick humiliation, and that's probably the best I'm going to get out of this. Now, these guys also don't have any allies, and their forts should be a little bit easier. Ah, man, they really got a 7%. You have to be joking. We're probably not going to get there on time either. Well, maybe, but not in time to win. Well, no one said this would be easy. At least we can get them to fight us on our mountainous capital as well, and we should be able to wipe them. Nice. Oh, and it looks like someone's gone ahead and helped me in the siege. Thank you, Mogulistan. You're not going to get anything, but I appreciate the help. Alright, so we've reunited the Zunbils, which gives us a couple of permaclaims on the stuff we just conquered, plus we've united all of Afghanistan. Unfortunately, we can't really get all of the Afghan provinces because, yeah, someone decided they wanted to take them for themselves. But nonetheless, we still get a bunch of permaclaims. And my reward for all of that fighting is 60 ducats of debt and 6.5 inflation. Next, looks like the mission tree wants to lead us into Kashmir. So let's go rival Kashmir. And maybe these guys too. These guys are probably going to be the big bad guy for now. No chance of allying them. No chance of surviving an attack. This should be fun. Oh, please don't. Please don't. There's gotta be someone weaker than me, right? Someone else to attack other than me? Well, in the meantime, we can pick up a church aspect. These two are locked behind missions, so for now it looks like this is going to be the best one. Okay, maybe if I'm lucky I can ally up with Mogulistan. Would you guys by any chance be willing to accept me as a tributary? No, they don't do that. And Delhi's warned me, of course they have. I guess that just leaves Ladakh then. Anyway, we can pick up enforced unity of faith now, as well as nobility in the officer corps. So the conversions are still going to take a while, but at least it's better than before. Okay, it looks like I can at least have one ally to start with. Just barely missed the mark, huh? Just 1 month. 1 month and I would have been there on time. And now we have another power, Delhi, on my border. Ooh, this should be fun. And the Renaissance has arrived. Developing it would be a good idea because I also need money. And I have, well, approximately 0 paths for expansion. There is, however, the possibility that I could try to get the Sassanids and the Injuids together, but the 3 of us combined can probably fight the Shaparids. Never mind, these guys are dead. If we enter the war, at least we'll be able to weaken the Shaparids, who have no more men and will have to rely on mercs, while the Sassanids really aren't too bad themselves. Whether or not they'll even call me in, though, that's a different question. Yeah, it's pretty likely they actually can't call me in, but... oh, Of course, right as I say that. Yeah, I think they needed to fix the war score a little bit. Even if the Sassanids don't end up winning, I don't particularly care. Hormuz wants to give me a loan. Ah, wow, 5% interest. No thanks. Kinda weird how these guys are still in the war. Their capital was sieged, but no peace deal was sent. I have a really bad feeling about the turnout of this war. Unless I can siege this fort, we're just not going to get anything. Oh, come on. You guys can do this, please. I believe. Oh, finally. Surely you're going to get these guys to peace out now, right? Oh, finally. We get 0.9 ducats. Fantastic. Okay, now for the first idea group, we're going to go ahead with, let's say offensive, why not? But you know what we did get? A truce. And that is valuable. Now we can swap over to these guys, see if they'll be willing to help us out. Okay, I get it. No more expanding. I get it. So on today's episode of Development Universalis, we're going to be rebuilding this city over here of Ghazni. We're going to try to get it to at least 12 development, and then we're going to go ahead, take out some more loans so we can build some stuff in there. Now, technically, there is one expansion path, and that's this guy which was transferred as a tributary to me. We're gonna go ahead, cancel that arrangement, and in 5 years we can attack them, and they're allied to Multan, which means we can attack Multan. You know what I completely forgot about? This button right here, minus 25% local development cost. Alright, well, we can put it on for the last few devs. Quickly also going to try to get some of my money back from all the buildings I made. Our new Mirza 560 and a new Air 324, perfectly average. This doesn't look very good. That's Yuan. You have to be joking. Now, for the first age ability, do we have anything special? Yes, we do. Ah, beautiful. Gold Holy War, and then hopefully we can take more from Multan for less aggressive expansion. Now, I could call in Moghulstan. Yeah, sure, why not? It's not like they want anything, right? Baluchistan has declared war on Surinus, so we do have the possibility of going to war defensively against them. Come on, we just need this one siege. Surely we can do that. Just one siege. Thank you. And we can't demand it. Of course not. That would make things too easy. Okay, well, I'm still gonna take it because it's a trade center. So, I'm gonna vassalize this guy over here, which will put me into a defensive war against Baluchistan. Eesh, okay, this might have gotten a little bit out of hand. That's a lot of people there. So the new goal is to siege Gujarat out of the war. There's really no guarantee that this is going to work, but seeing as we're the graveyard of empires, we should be able to hold them off. Anyway, I'm gonna sell some titles. I'm gonna use that to embrace the institution, and then I'm gonna start taking some tax. Also, I can sell this institution to make a little bit of that money back. Of course they took it on the 7%. Something about this fort is just cursed. Maybe I should just get rid of it. Anyways, that's the capital of Gujarat, so I'm gonna go for full money and war reps, please. Let's start by repaying a couple of those loans, and surely we can win this now. Oh man, that was way too fast. This guy lasted, what, 5 years? I don't have the admin to fix that right now. Plus, as a proper regency, we can't fight anyone. That's 10 years down the drain. Well, on the bright side, I can swap out these church powers pretty easily. Seeing as we're not going to be declaring any wars for a while, we can take this one out, and instead we can fill it with this stamp cost modifier. Now, seeing as I have a slight shortage on admin, and I still have to get that one stability, I'm actually going to go ahead and give that all to my subject. Alright, time for us to relax a little bit. Let's see how the rest of the world's doing. The Sassanids are very dead. I guess you could say they were assassinated. Laugh. Connacht has gone absolutely insane on Ireland, and day by day the Nizarids look like a better and better potential ally. Okay, Reform 3. I'm still not sure which ones to pick because of all the new ones added, but I'm probably going to go with Expanded Royal Court so I can reform even faster, and then maybe I'll go back and swap this to Favoritism so that I can take more land without having to fight people. Now we can finally repay the last loan, although the effects of all of those loans is definitely still going to be felt on the economy. But let's not worry about that. After all, nothing bad has ever happened because of inflation. Now for the time being, we actually can't declare war on literally anybody. So I guess for now we can keep on going through tech, stacking up through offensive ideas. And of course, let's not forget we have a lot of land to be converting. While we're sitting here with nothing else to do, I was thinking, you know, maybe you should consider subscribing. Robert, I know you're watching. You think it's a coincidence that this country's named Robert? It's a sign. You're in the Matrix. You're actually not awake right now. Wake up, Robert. Anyway, we're getting pretty close to being able to finish off the Regency. I did do one thing. You know, I built a workshop. That's cool. We can also pick up the second age ability, and I don't think my coalition's really been so bad. Especially if I can figure out a way to start expanding west, then there's really no issue. That's a little bit concerning. That was the whole Yuan army just walking through the desert. Sure, that was a great idea. There we go. Now, I've been thinking it is possible for us to invade Delhi. If we attack Sind and that brings Delhi in because of that warning, then that's not really much of an issue. Or I could, of course, just wait for the warning to expire. Oh wait, there is no warning. Well, in that case, let's replace this with the CB again. And the new heir is a... Ooh, okay, well, I mean, not terrible. Now, realistically, could I beat the Shaparids? No, but I know someone who might be able to. Sheesh, okay. I don't think we're going to get the Mughals in here. Come on, Grey Horde, you know you want to. Come on, bro, please, bro. Oh, royal marriage, yes. Finally, it's all coming together. Okay, so first I'm gonna call in the Grey Horde and the Injuids. We'll go for Holy War, of course, and then after I take the provinces that I'm interested in, then I can call these guys in. Wait a second, is this guy renting out Condottieri to a different country while fighting me? Okay, that's just disrespectful. Well, if only we hadn't lost that battle, then maybe we could have taken the capital. Maybe if I could bring some allies together, we might be able to actually fight them. But we should probably deal with Harakatai first. Alright, if we can get rid of all these troops, that should make the rest of the war pretty easy. Alright, that should be it for these guys. That'll be war reps. Looks like your alliance is gone, and, well, if we can, then full money would be great. Fantastic. Now, for the main target, this shouldn't be too hard, right? Wait a second, did you already build artillery? Okay. Alright then, I guess I probably should too. Okay, can someone please back me up here? We're going to get attacked. I need someone to help me, please. Yep, please, come on, Injunids. We have a lot of people. I believe in us. I believe. We can do this. Yeah, perfect. What's not perfect is this. This is disgusting. I can't believe you actually took that. I will counter that by making it even more disgusting. So all of these provinces will go to me. We'll give like 2 to our friends here who made this all possible, plus war reps for myself, and then a little bit of extra money. Honestly, wasn't sure we'd be able to do this early, but here we are. Now, the big problem here is that these guys now own something that I kind of need. The main point is that we're now safe. Plus, oh, okay, you guys just went ahead and got your cores back for some reason. Well, if this tributary status ever breaks, then that makes it real easy. Huh. Turns out we have a formable already. Our national ideas will be empowered. 20% core creation cost, minus 15% war score cost, minus 25% cost of enforcing religion through war, and I think that's about it, unless that ambition was also changed, I don't know. Now, our next idea group is going to be religious. Obviously, I just don't really have enough missionary strength to convert all of this at the rate that I'm going to be conquering. Although the problem with taking religious this early on is that I'm going to have a shortage of admin for quite some time, and someday I'd also like to replace this church aspect with something a little bit more useful. Like, you know, maybe the triple manpower increase in religious wars. That could be pretty important. You know, on second thought, instead of attacking Delhi, which we won't get much support for because we'd only have Jaunpur, we could go ahead and attack these guys. We have the alliance with the Grey Horde, so we can just dissolve that a little bit, and then we can go ahead and attack them. Is it just me, or sometimes maybe enforced unity of faith disappears? I don't think it's like a temporary bonus that you have to keep reapplying, but functionally, it becomes one. Theoretically, it only disappears once you have like full religious unity, but that hasn't been the case. Now we can get some permanent claims on these areas, plus Merv gets the Fortress of Merv. That'll give us a couple of decent global modifiers, and this province is a little bit harder to siege. I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. These guys are a little bit annoying because they don't want to integrate. I guess what I could do is change their religion, see how well that goes. Yeah, and that was pretty expected, but we can bring them all the way down to 53%, and then hopefully they gain a little bit of loyalty from, yep, the opinion change. Oh, thank you. Probably don't need to keep Mogulistan around anymore, do I? The ruler is cruel, and he could last on that throne for I don't know how long, but I'm thinking I could probably find some better allies by now. And there goes the heir. Alright, this guy is, hey, not bad. I think I will take this guy, actually. Wait a minute. Are the Nizarids losing? That can't be right. 78,000 men, 31,000. Ooh, they don't have Tech 6. Okay, yeah, maybe. I could believe it. Okay, that's the last temple we need for this. It'll give us a level 2 half-cost Inquisitor. Very useful. Oh, and they managed to finally form Persia as well. Interesting. Any new ideas? Yep. Any new claims? Absolutely. Oh, they get cores on stuff too. Huh, wait, just kidding. I took those. But yeah, Persia, don't know what happened to you. I guess you probably had to take out a couple loans to get more soldiers, which is why you're so weak now. But of course, that's fine with me, because if we give it another maybe 4 years, we should be able to invade you again. Now, finally we can integrate our subject. And I think I'm also going to go ahead and vassalize Mogulistan. I can't really afford to spend the admin power, but I do have extra Diplo. Oh, that should be the last thing we need for this mission. Now we can use Zunist Zealotry. I think I'll go ahead and replace Praise the Zun with that, so now we can convert a little bit faster. Now this would actually cost me 82 Diplo and quite a lot of aggressive expansion. If instead of vassalizing, I go ahead and take all of the provinces, that's about half of the aggressive expansion. And then, I mean, these are the only cores they have, so then I can release them pretty easily. And then they also won't hate me, so that's good. Alright, let's not forget that I can also put on strong duchies for that, which means I can go look for maybe another alliance. Alright, colonialism. Seeing as most of the countries around me still don't even have the Renaissance, this could be pretty useful. Although I can't really spawn it anywhere near the mountains, and spawning it in the capital is out of the question. In fact, the only really good place to spawn it would be in Multan. How about we go and invade Persia? Right, so obviously I want this stuff over here. Honestly, I would like probably all of this though. I'd probably prefer not to call in the Injuids. They'll end up taking too much from me, but Hormuz is fine. If we're lucky and there's no one else around here, we should be able to clean this stack up. And I guess I should probably get myself a few claims down here too, huh? Now, theoretically, we should be able to win this. Okay, yeah, that probably just finished off the whole thing. Now, these guys don't really want to be allies. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay, we can tone it back a little bit. Ah, there they are. Okay, that's a slight problem. Maybe I could be lucky enough to get these guys down here, and we can scorch this, then leave the province. Wait, they're actually throwing the war. Wait a minute, we weren't supposed to do that. Here I go, cleaning up all the messes again. Okay, now, I have a lot of manpower. Feel like I could probably assault this just fine. There we go, that wasn't so bad. Alright, boys, let's go killing again. Well, how about we call in the Injuids now. Probably not going to be a good fight, but who cares? Screw it, we're going to full send. Okay, maybe we shouldn't have done that. Alright, this should do the trick. Now we should have the entire allied army descend upon this guy, and maybe a stack wipe, if we're lucky. Well, it's taken a while, but we're almost there. Now, of course, something has to go wrong in every peace deal, that being this province, again. Pretty sure it was the same province as last time. These guys just really want it for some reason, but in this case, we're going to have to go around it. And of course, we'll just pick up a few extra ducats, because why not, right? Boy, would that name placement be a lot better if someone didn't feel like interfering. Finally, we're a great power, and that was surprisingly not a lot of admin to core all of that, but yet we're still missing these provinces up here, and then, of course, we're gonna be missing this one. Alright, I think I'm going to develop colonialism in Multan, and at last we've surpassed Persia. We can no longer have them as a rival. Of course, they're pretty weak nowadays, so that makes sense. Instead, we could go ahead and rival the Injuids, who also don't really like me anyway. Oh, we have such a rare opportunity right now. Oh man. We could fight Delhi without getting Bengal involved. That's really useful because Bengal has 44,000 men. So let's see if we can declare the war. Now, theoretically, the truce should now be broken. They should not be able to join into the war anymore. Okay, looks like they're not helping. Great. I also have like no manpower, so this is such a bad idea. I'm hoping Jaunpur will just carry for me. So far, we're doing pretty okay. That's one fort we've taken. Delhi's being sieged. Girid is also being sieged. I don't have a lot of faith in Jaunpur. I would much rather siege this, and probably not get it faster than they'll siege this. And then they might just do something stupid, who knows. Anyway, we should probably help them out. Oh, might even be able to get a stack wipe here. Hold on. I keep forgetting. This is past 1.33. We don't get those anymore. Alright, this war's been going on for 5 years at this point. At least Delhi's on their last legs, but yeah, it's kind of painful. Ooh, -7. So close. Now, the worst problem is that I kind of wanted this stuff right here, but so does Jaunpur. For some reason. Didn't expect that. So I guess I'll be taking this instead. I'm starting to see a recurring theme here. Okay, now it's probably a good time to sit back and relax. I wasn't supposed to fight Delhi, but then, you know, I had to. Alright, now, as I said earlier, I will probably start developing the institution now. First, we're going to go ahead and put one development in here, and then we're going to click this button, and then we're going to click this button, and that should make it pretty cheap. Nice. I think that was something around, I don't know, 1,000 points? About half the cost. Oh, that's a slight problem. Didn't even realize we're a little bit over the governing cap. Okay, let's give a little bit to the merchant guilds then. Now that we're taking a little break from conquering, let's see how the rest of the world is doing. Humania grew, good for them. Big Bulgaria, you might even say. Rome has fallen to Sicily, not to mention the Nizarids still being the Ottomans of this game. Now, the truce with Persia is up, and actually Khorasan has made themselves independent. Unfortunately, they weren't thinking very much when they declared their independence. Yep, welcome back to Imperial rule. Now, that just leaves these guys up here that we need to take for this mission, probably the most important mission for us right now, but it requires us to fight the Grey Horde. Those guys are pretty strong. Right, now for this institution, I'm going to take out a few loans. That should be enough to embrace, and we'll take this Miltech, which is the right Miltech for us to start taking the good cannons. Alright, Jaunpur, what's the problem? Really? This is it? You already brought in Sind and Gujarat, and you need me for this? Okay. I could probably start integrating Mogulistan now. Anyway, I'd say we're probably fine to invade the Grey Horde now. My army's rather expensive as is. We probably don't need to expand it. Even if, of course, these guys are somehow walking around with 60,000 men. They're distracted for now. We'll probably have a very small window of opportunity to take this mountain fort. After that, I have no idea. Also, I have a couple of extra mill points. I could decide to dev those somewhere. Places where I have a fort need to be devved a little bit. Oh, come on, are you guys really drilling? During war? Yeah, you deserve that. Oh my god. You're joking, right? Why would you stack that many people? I mean, I'm not gonna fight the hordes on dry lands, I'm not that dumb. I will, however, call in Nogai. Probably want some stuff, but that's okay. As long as I get everything in Persia, I don't particularly care. And at last, we've finished off religious ideas. Now, I might be 3 techs behind, almost 4. But that's okay, because look, these admin techs are now less than 400. And then of course we can go over here and get rid of this, and instead we can pick up more land fire damage. Well, as far as I can tell, all I have to do is get the Grey Horde out, since they're not like an actual overlord, just a tributary overlord. Okay, Grey Horde, since you apparently have money, I'll be taking all of it, thanks. There we go, we've repaired all the fortifications, which gives us a couple of extra mildev, as well as reducing the amount I have to pay each month. Now, if I went and did that another 5 times, and then got defensive ideas and had high army tradition, then the region of Afghanistan would be a little bit broken. That would give us a +1 dice roll bonus to every fight, every defensive fight in Afghanistan, as well as +3 attrition and another 25% defensiveness. Now, I'm not going to do this because I'm not going to take defensive ideas. If I end up getting like a 6 mil ruler, then I'll let you guys know. Anyways, we can finish off this war getting a clean 1,285 ducats plus war reps and breaking an alliance. That seems good to me. And of course, we'll just annex this guy. That should be the end of that mission, giving us permaclaims on the rest of Khorasan and Persia, 25 years of increased manpower recovery, and the Burning Crusade. Now, once we are able to, we'll get minus 25% war score cost against other religions. Keep in mind, we could actually stack that over here with the extra 25% for a base of minus 50, and if I decided to go ahead and get diplomatic ideas, we could make that minus 70. Probably not going to do that, but it is a possibility. Now, we still have a little bit more that we have to take to finish the sunset over the Empire, but I'm afraid if I keep going, this video is going to end up being a little bit too long. I don't want to spoil all of the missions and flavor events for you guys. I want to leave a little bit for you guys to explore, to give you a bit of incentive to pick up a game as Rob yourself, but just to give you a good reference, finishing the mission tree wouldn't just require us to take all of Persia, it requires all of India. So while this video might come to a close, if you want to see me try and finish off the Zun mission tree, then maybe around, let's say 4,000 likes. 4,000, and I'll go ahead and finish the second half of this mission tree. But for now, thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to subscribe and perhaps leave a like. But for now, this is Quarbit signing off, and as always, have a fantastic day. Big thanks to the patrons this month. All of these people get early access to videos, so if you want early access to videos, all you have to do is check down in the description and subscribe to the Patreon for at least $1. And if you're looking for something else to watch, I'd recommend these videos up on screen.